let's study the first movement of the charming G major sonata of Mozart, K283. The first phrase is a 4-bar phrase, and the next phrase is a 6-bar phrase. In measure 8 to measure 9, we are really phrasing a hemiola pattern, 3 large beats for these 2 measures. There should be no accent on the first beat of measure 9. Now we hear a 6-bar phrase straight out of a Mozart opera, much like the overture to the Marriage of Figaro. The music should have a real sense of fun. We can imagine scherzando written here. Mozart gives us 2 very short phrases, like a character who takes a few sneaky steps, stops to see if the coast is clear, and then runs like the wind. The phrase structure here and throughout Mozart's sonatas and concertos actually creates a musical scenario. We must play the third phrase as one burst of musical energy. It's almost as if Mozart is giving stage directions. The next 4-bar phrase seems to describe an easygoing, friendly character who has a 4-bar speed demon twin. In the next 7-bar phrase, the first 4 bars use 2-note slurs to present a new character who laughs and then runs away. Mozart repeats this phrase, but now it's only 5 bars long. Now we have a canon. For 2 bars, the characters are chasing each other. After the canon, we hear a graceful 3-bar phrase, followed by its fancier twin. Finally, Mozart writes another 3 measures to close this 11-bar section. In the development section, our characters are dancing a minuet for 8 measures. Here the texture has thinned out and the left-hand downbeats are missing. The scene changes. There's no more dancing. The accented downbeats suggest a comic character stomping his foot. We hear a marvelous piano version of operatic laughter in the right hand. The strings of the orchestra demand an explanation for this behavior. The flute answers, "Don't take yourself so seriously. Let's start over." And Mozart seems to begin the piece again. Suddenly, the short phrase from the bassoons interrupts the cheerful mood, and we hear the only minor key music in the entire movement. But only for a moment. Mozart turns the first short phrase from measure 5 and measure 6 into a much longer phrase in a brilliant retransition. He's a genius. And now we are in the recap, reunited with the characters we met at the beginning of this piano opera. When we play Mozart's sonatas and concertos, our phrasing can bring the characters we imagine in this musical scenario to life.